So there was this really rich man riding down the road in the back seat of his limo, and he noticed two men in a field on their hands and knees eating grass. He yelled out to the chauffeur, "Stop!" The chauffeur stopped and pulled over, and they got out and they looked over, and the rich man hollered out to them and said, "Hey, what are y'all doing over there on your hands and knees?" They said, "We eating grass." He said, "What?" They said, "We eating grass. It's the only way we can survive now. It's all we can afford to do to eat and live. We have to eat the grass." The rich man said, "What, man? Y'all get in my limo and ride back to my mansion. Come on." So they got up in the limo, but one of the grass eating men said, "Hey man, look, I appreciate what you're doing, but I got a wife and a son over there under the tree waiting on me to bring them some grass so they can eat." He said, "What, man? Go get your wife and son." So the man left and went and got his kids and his wife and his son. And then the other man, he looked at him. He said, "Do you got any family?" He said, "Man, I got a wife and 4 kids." He said, "Go get them." So they all got up in the limo with their wife and kids. The men, they was all crying and happy. The man looked up at the rich man. He said, "Man, we'll never forget this, man. Nobody never did nothing like this for us." The rich man said, "Man, no problem. I got a whole field of grass out here at the mansion. I got about 6, 7 feet of grass. Y'all come on." Sometimes it pays to know what the millionaires are and what they looking for exactly. Do you get it? That's right. And if you ever notice sometimes how the rich people just so happen to live near everything luxurious, like why is Whole Foods always so convenient right there, like the same zip code? And there is the Mercedes Benz lot right next to that. And here they are walking, having brunch on the patio, right at this fancy little bar and grill with their little pooches in their purses. Mm. And it make you ask the question, what zip code is my money really in? It's gatekeeping, but guess what? I'm about to break down the door on it and show you where the money lives, how geography shapes wealth in every city, and how we can tap in. All right. So, what I want you to do, sit up straight. Go ahead and take a deep breath in for me and hit that like button like it owe you money right now. Because what I'm about to uncover for you, it might just change the way you look at your city and your opportunities forever. Okay. Now picture this. You are in a room with over 200 millionaires and you don't even know where they eat, where they shop, or what they buy. What's their interests? Imagine that. It would be a dreadful thing because that means you just walking past the wealth every day and thinking you got a business, thinking you got something going on. You think they wouldn't be checking for you if they knew what you offered and how they could easily acquire it. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the geography of money and why the cities are set up the way they are, and certain zip codes produce what they produce and develop different types of structures there. Okay, sis? So, first of all, I already told you Memphis is home to over 100,000 millionaires, at least two known billionaires that's quietly stacking their wealth. These are not all celebrities. Even Nashville have even more. Do your research. Atlanta has even more. Now you trying to go viral or viable? Are you accessible in every which way, not just online? Because where you live and where they live is where the money flows, okay? And where the money flows is where you need to be with your creativity, serving up the goods and showing up. Okay, so let's talk about what the millionaires are spending on. First of all, we know they need home services, luxury cleaning, organizing, etc. Chefs for multiple properties, possibly. They are also looking for high-end beauty services. Where are you, MUA/techs? Are you already servicing the wealthy? If not, here is the gold. Here is the silver donut. Estheticians who can do this privately and confidentially without running your mouth. fitness trainers, yoga instructors, meditation coaches. These are services that are attractive to the millionaires in your zip codes. Masseuse, mobile masseuse, and you got to start getting out there on their levels. Creating services, branding services, content creation. They need these services as well. And where are you, my interior decorators? These are services that are quite needed in these zones. Then yes, personal shopping. These are experiences that millionaires choose over stuff. They prefer to use their money to save them time and headache. So now the question is, how do you get in front of them? How do you get yourself and your product out in front of them? Well, here is, all right, the step to attract these kind of clients without being fake. Millionaire can see right through that. So number one, you're going to position yourself where they already are, where they already shopping or scrolling. That means LinkedIn, Facebook groups. Be selective on there, okay? And they are there. They do have luxury Facebook groups. Golf courses, the clubhouses, what they call them, country clubs. Yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. They are in conferences. They are having events, galas, and things of that sort that you can find in your city publishings, your newsletters and frequent papers that come out. And they not just hanging out in the discount section. You know where they are. The stores that you haven't been shopping at, that's where they are. Nordstrom. Next, you're going to make your offer elevated. You're going to start creating your offer in an elevated way that's not just the old basic run-of-the-mill offer. Millionaires don't just care about it being affordable. They want to know the value in this, the premium, personalized power, customized to suit them, tailored to them. White glove details, that's fine, but they are looking for the value. So you got to add the word in there that shows that you are promoting that value. Concierge, they like that. Valet. Okay, I'm just throwing some things out there for you that you give you this executive appeal, okay, to show that you have executive access. So number 3, you're going to create some content that speaks their language. Don't say, come get this little logo. I got this little logo thing going on. Let me put back on my little ratchet. Come on, get this little deal I got going on down here. It's popping, it's tweaking, it's twerking, it's hot. No, you're going to speak their language. You're going to create some content. Let's elevate your brand. Let's elevate your visual identity. Use what you have to create the correct verbiage. Prompt chat to create something that speaks the language to high paying clients. I hope you're taking notes on that one. Because trust and believe, they will feel that energy when they read that content or they view that content. They're going to feel that different energy. They will notice that. And it's a great way to position yourself to attract multimillionaire clients without being fake. Okay, next, the wealthy areas in your business opportunities go hand in hand when it comes to where you are. And you're going to have to start looking at your demographics a little more closely to see where the wealthy pockets are. Not with envy, but more with a strategic idea, with strategy. Where is the money? Where are the needs? So then you could perform the solutions. So you're going to ask yourself, what are the service gaps in this zip code? In Memphis, I would say 38117. What's the service gap there? They have plenty of malls. They just shut down the Oakwood Mall here. Well, they get ready to tear it down. So that was bringing a lot of traffic to that area. So I guess their demographics stats are going to change promptly. But you're going to ask yourself, what are the service gaps in these high traffic areas? What can they stand to see a little more of? They don't have a nail shop here. They don't have a chicken spot here. They got burgers, they got steakhouse. Okay. These are service gaps. What can you do to jump in there and close that up? Could you offer this easily? Can you collaborate with somebody who's already servicing that circle, that area? Maybe some realtors. Check with the stylists there, the hairstyle salons, the car lots, car brokers, and even offer digital products, okay? Because luxury itinerary planners, um, neighborhood guides, private community guides, newsletters. You can tap into this market from almost any angle. Wealthy areas and business opportunity are synonymous. They go together. Now, this is how you're going to get support in these areas, and maybe even some sponsorship if you're pushing your brand hard enough. Let's not forget, because behind the bag, what they say, behind every great man, behind every big bag is a hard worker, a real hustler. Okay. So if your brand is being pushed in the right direction, you can even start requesting sponsorship from these types of companies, corporations, and individuals, and support. And this is how you're going to do it. If your business is aligned with anything in the healthcare, financial, financial wellness, um, women's empowerment, and I would say my channel is bringing all that together. But if you're doing anything that's innovative right now, branding is out there for you. I mean, funding is out there for you. It's just waiting for the right face. And this is what you're going to do to get your face into place. You're going to build your pitch, create a really encouraging, inspirational pitch. Next, you're going to highlight your audience and mission. Write this down. Have chat help you if you need to. Go in and tweak it. Turn it around. Make it more personal for you and your mission. Then you're going to show some potential. How you going to do that? You're going to impact some kind of way. You're going to reach something. Create an event where you are sponsoring maybe children who read, literacy, a back to school function where you are doing a donation drive. I mean, you're going to start some kind of way to create an impact in your demographic. And this is when you're going to start asking for sponsorship. And this is how you're going to build, okay, homegirl? Listen, whether you live in a penthouse or if you're in a one bedroom with your cousin now, it's not too late for you. I don't care if your name ain't on the lease. You're still not excluded from this bag, from this prosperity. And this is where it's going to start. You see, the millionaires already exist. All you need to do is ask yourself, how can I exist amongst them? How can I exist where they are spending? This ain't just about chasing rich people. It's about learning how the money is moving so we can move along with it. Get it, girl, gang. We at over 300 subscribers. Yes, yes, yes. Listen, I have never been more content with a job in my life. And I just want to thank y'all. We got over 230 videos uploaded, pushing to that 400 video mark. And you already know it's number motion over here. So go ahead, click on my next video so we can keep flowing and wrapping it up like we doing. And I will see y'all over there in the next video.